What's good, YouTubers and YouTubettes? This is JB Sports back again with another one. Got breaking news from the NFL. Antonio Brown is in New Orleans working out with the Saints, and he's very close to signing with the New Orleans Saints as they make their postseason push. Right now, the Saints are the third seed. They need some teams to lose, and they need to win at Carolina to get a bye this week. They need the Green Bay Packers to lose to the Detroit Lions, which I don't see happening, or they need the San Francisco Giants to lose at Seattle, which is a little bit more realistic, even though I think the 49ers go up there and win. So if they're able to, if everything checks out with Antonio Brown, the Saints will be bringing him on to their already explosive offense. You know, you put him alongside of Michael Thomas, man, they're going to have the best receiver combo, you know, in the playoffs. You know, they'll be better than anything, you know, that other teams have. You know, the Texans have with DeAndre Hopkins and Will Fuller, who's hurt right now. Probably not going to be back for the first round of the playoffs. Could be back for the second round. But they're better than that duo. They're better than anything Baltimore Ravens have as far as pass catching receiving threats. They're better than the Kansas City Chiefs. Well, the Kansas City Chiefs maybe could rival them. You know, they've got Hill and they've got Watkins. But I still think Michael Thomas is the best receiver in that field right now. You bring Antonio Brown, who's been the best receiver for multiple seasons in the past. They're better than anything Kansas City brings. Better than anything Green Bay has. You know, with Devontae Davis and whoever you put alongside him on the Green Bay roster. They're better than the 49ers. You know, they've got Sanders and whoever you want to put it with him. So the Orleans Saints will have a devastating 1-2 punch with Michael Thomas, who can make all the catches, can run all the routes, and then they got Antonio Brown, who can get deep and he can work the middle of the field. So that'll be a great addition, you know, with Drew Brees there. If they can get that bye week, they'll give them another week to kind of work together and get the chemistry down. But more than likely, they're going to probably have to play that first week. You know, they're looking at maybe playing Minnesota in that first round. And, you know, they'll be able to play that game in the Superdome on that fast track. So that could be something exciting, man. So we got breaking news, man. Antonio Brown is close to signing with the New Orleans Saints. Now, like I said, he's working out with those guys as we speak. And if everything checks out with the NFL, because remember, the NFL is still investigating the many situations involving Antonio Brown. He's got a lot of things that he's involved in with the lady that allegedly said he raped her. They're still looking into that. So all that's got to check out. You know, a lot of people were speculating that they could wait till he signed with a team and then put him on the commissioner exempt list and possibly end up suspending him. So that still could be a possibility. I haven't heard any of that. Obviously, the Saints probably check with the NFL before bringing him in to work out and say, look here, we're thinking about bringing him in and possibly signing him. And will he be facing a suspension? And they probably called the NFL office, and the NFL office more than likely gave them the okay and told them, say, hey, no, he's not going to be a suspension for the postseason. You won't do that. You know, that'll be something that we'll look at next season if he signs with a team. So that's what it is, man. Antonio Brown is working out with New Orleans Saints. Obviously, they probably talk. You know, obviously they talk with the franchise player in Drew Brees and Michael Thomas, and both of those guys probably gave him the okay and said, "Hey, look, let's do this, man. We're trying to win. You know, we want to give Drew Brees his second Super Bowl ring. When we're in a loaded NFC East. What I'm saying East. The NFC East is the NFC least, but we're in a loaded NFC with the San Francisco 49ers, Green Bay Packers, the Seattle Seahawks." Whoever comes out the NFC East, you know, you got Walker, Two, and Wentz if Philadelphia getting there. You can't never count them out. You got the Dallas Cowboys, who has one of the most talented rosters in the NFL if they could possibly get in. So the NFC is very loaded. So we need to be, you know, we got the opportunity to sign a Hall of Fame player in Antonio Brown, a multi-time Pro Bowl and multi-time first-team receiver in Antonio Brown. Let's do it. And that's what they're doing it like. So Antonio Brown is close to signing with the New Orleans Saints. And if he does that, like I said, they'll have the best 1-2 combination in the playoffs. And it'll be something to see, man. Must-see TV already, but that'd be must-see TV to see how that plays out with Antonio Brown and the New Orleans Saints. This is JB Sports, the man, the myth, the legend. I holla.